getting my coffee. I'm running late.
Hi, Skip. Hi, Kelly.
Money, I got money. Money, I got money.
What is she? What are we doing? Oh my God, stop.
Welcome to our podcast.
I cannot believe you just said that right before Sierra clicked the button. Do you want to restate what you just said to your daughter?
I said, you look very nice today. That's my favorite hairdo on you.
No, you did not say that. And
It was something like that.
when you walked in the door, I gasped for air and said, "You look so beautiful.
You
She's
didn't say that.
back.
You said, your hair looks really nice.
Like, you are back." But don't let me forget what you just said to me. So I'm sitting here in my chair trying to put myself
I was
in here.
just trying to be funny.
And I have a little roll of skin
oh
flowing
my gosh,
over.
no she doesn't.
And my
first of all.
mom goes, "I see a cookie." But what's up, guys? What's poppin'? Welcome back to the podcast. We didn't even say hello. I am Carissa,
I am Jen.
and this is Genesis of.
Jen and Sis.
So today's podcast, if you guys can see this bright yellow book here, we're going to be doing a free brand deal today, showing you guys all of the things that are in this book that I want to talk to you guys about, because
Great book.
it honestly is. And I've been loving reading recently, and I know that normally our podcasts are us like being cute, funny, hilarious, practical,
But they still get the cute part.
but today we're going to actually give you some knowledge,
Oh.
motivation, inspiration.
I will say, so Austin bought the book,
Mhm.
and he said, "Oh my gosh, I just read this book. You guys got it. I read it all in one
He read it
sitting."
in a night,
Right. So then Carissa got it. She read it
in a
in a
morning.
night. So then Austin said to me, "Mom, take his book. You gotta read it overnight and bring it back
Yeah.
tomorrow." And I was like, "I'm not promising nothing." I went home and I was like, "I'm just gonna at least read a couple chapters." Read the whole book
Yeah.
at night.
You literally can't
Yes.
stop reading it.
Excellent book.
So don't think it's going to be boring, because there's just points I'm going to make. It's going to be talking about like hard work, dedication, persistence, manifestation.
it's in your face.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And honestly, one of the most asked questions that I ever get is, how are you so motivated? How are you staying so consistent? What inspires you? What pushes you? So this book literally like wrapped up all my answers for me,
Right.
because I'm not really good with like putting the words out there of how I feel. So we'll get to this today. But
Well, we all three of us read it,
Mhm.
and all three of us.
underline stuff.
Yeah,
And I
underline
even
stuff.
put tabs in there from stuff that you guys underline.
Yeah. Well,
Because
I
it applies.
didn't. There were some things that I would have underlined, but you guys already did.
Same.
So
Same
I
with
did it.
Austin.
Yeah.
Because Austin was the black pen, I was the pink, and you were the purple.
Yes.
I saw. Because when I went back to add these, I saw that you did that.
Yeah.
And then Sierra started reading it. I accidentally stole the book from her because I wanted to do this podcast, but this is where she stopped off.
Oh, you're okay. So you're there.
Yeah. So it's a really good book. We'll get to that. And first, we're going to start with our game. So who knows, we might get some funniness in this game. But before we do any of that, I want to bring something new to the podcast that we do every week, and it's going to be called the weekly recap, since we do this every week. So every single time that we get together, we're going to talk about our highs of the week, our lows of the week, and one goal that we have for next week. So you can name as many highs, as many lows as you want. You can name one, or you can name, if you had a bunch, whatever.
Okay.
So we'll go back and forth, unless you only have one or two, whatever. So my high of the week, number one, was deep cleaning the entire house. It just needed to be done, and I've been really good with organization so far this new year. I am literally a tornado. My life is chaotic. My organization is non-existent, so I really just wanted to step into a brand new atmosphere this year, and I've been doing good. So I deep cleaned the house, and it's amazing.
Doesn't that just feel so good? And like you want to be there then.
Yeah.
Like you enjoy being there.
And I got so much praise for it. Sam, Sierra, and Austin were all like, "This is amazing, blah, blah, blah." Sam did help. I'm not going to take all the credit. But I was like, if I get praise for something, I will continue to do it. If you don't thank me or be grateful, don't ever think it's happening again.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, so that was my first high of the week.
My first high of the week is just that I got my hair done today.
Yes.
Finally.
You are
even
back.
Even Dad.
Gosh.
He house parted me and he was like, oh my gosh. And
It's
I was
just
like,
amazing.
I was like, it's not that. He goes, Jen, he said, with the way you've been looking lately, he said, you look. And I'm like, oh.
You've just been hard on yourself, and whenever you're not your happiest, you don't look your best. That's for anyone in life.
Yeah, I just struggle. Like, I always want to. Like, I think back of when we started this podcast.
Oh, I was watching old
popping.
podcasts. We were so hot and tan and beautiful. Like, what?
And then look at me today.
The Christmas period. I was watching back the podcast. I was like, ew, both of us.
No.
And then look at the views falling off. We're back. We are back. Cookies and everything. You could have picked a better shoe choice. There's no dangling today, but
No, there's no shoe dangling. But that's another thing. I love the look, but I'm just not comfortable and I struggle. Do I be uncomfortable?
yes, it's an hour.
God.
These pants are squeezing my vagina so hard, and I don't wear underwear. My holes are exploding.
Oh my gosh. Today when I was getting my hair done, because I was crossing my legs like this, so when I uncrossed them,
Sweaty?
I had jeans on like that where there was like the strings that go across.
Lost circulation.
It was indented in my leg. There was it was like a bunch of it all together. I moved it, and I mean it was like an indentation in my leg so I had to like go like this and like rub it out a little bit.
Yeah. When I take my pants off, this line right here,
Same.
I'll put shorts on at night, and I'll have the line there till the next morning.
Okay, it went away.
Or high socks. I have the ring around my ankles until the next day.
Same.
Yeah. So was your high?
That was I got my hair done, and it makes a world of a difference.
It definitely does. I have one more high for the week. I probably had a bunch of like really good things, but the two things that stood out was cleaning the house, and the second thing was, it's still kind of like the same thing, organization, but I've just been planning and reading every morning, waking up before 6 o'clock. Like it's usually around 5:40 to 5:50ish, because Sam started a new job, very much so temporarily, but he has to wake up super early for it, and so every time he gets up, I get up, I read first thing. I started back in my Bible journaling, which feels amazing, because one of my goals was to read the Bible, one of my goals was to read 30 books, and last year I didn't do either one of those, and this year I'm sticking to my goals.
You started off reading the Bible.
Yes.
You just didn't finish.
Didn't finish, and not even just, like, I can't just read the Bible, I have to write too.
Yeah.
Because if I don't understand something, I'm not going to read it. So I started back my Bible journaling, been doing it, the Bible journaling for this week, but I've been reading, I've been doing the Best Life book that you gave me, I've just been organizing my life, I've
Sierra,
been
have you?
manifesting,
Good girl.
manifesting affirmations. I did what Austin said and typed everything out. I didn't hang it yet though, and that I feel like that's like one of the biggest parts.
And you have to put it somewhere where you're going to see it every
day.
single day.
And you have to
multiple times a day.
And you have to say it out loud too.
So someone like you should put it on the refrigerator door.
Oh yeah.
No.
Inside the refrigerator.
The snack cabinet.
Yeah, where you
Every time I swear Sierra catches me in the snack cabinet. I don't even hear her coming out. She's like a mouse. You hear nothing. You hear the door open. I'm just like, huh? I'm always in the snack
crumbs
cabinet.
coming out of her mouth. I wasn't eating nothing.
And I don't even just eat one thing. Like I'm picking 3 things. Like I'll eat wasabi peas and I'll eat cookies. Like I'll just mix it. I don't care. So yeah, that's my other one. Just organization. I feel good. I feel collected.
I have 2 more. So should I say both of them?
Yeah, because
Okay.
that was my one.
2 more. One is on Friday. It's not completed yet, but on Friday, I will have been done reading the Bible for the second time.
That's so good. That's one of my
The
biggest
second
goals.
time. And I got a lot more out of it the second time.
Really?
So I'm not saying to speed through the Bible the first time, but don't worry about trying to understand everything the first time.
You don't do a guided journal though, right?
I haven't yet, no. But I do plan on doing that next because I don't want to read the Bible that sounds terrible. I wouldn't say every single year. But like what I want to do then, since I've read it twice,
do like a plan.
right, is just do some like dive into different things. Like
Specific.
there's different books on like even just say the women of the Bible.
Yeah.
or like you can even just study certain books or certain things. So I want to find something like that I want to do and go more in depth with it.
I don't know if you know this, but our church app, Generation Church, and anybody listening can do this. Our church app has Bible plans, and you can choose the duration you want to do, what you want to focus on. So like anxiety, stress, money management, anything like that. And then they set up a plan for you, and you can do it. So since you already read the whole Bible, you should do those plans.
And I did it 2 different ways. The first one was, what was it? I don't remember what the.
I know you printed out like the order.
Right.
Yeah.
It was because I do read a Bible in a year, and it tells you like every day of the year what Bible verses to read, and if you follow the plan, then at the end of the year you're done. Some days you miss, and some days you have to play catch up. Like you might have to read 3 days worth or whatever, but just try to do your best you can. But this last time I did chronological order of the Bible, so in the order that the Bible was written is how I read it.
Right, because it's not written in the order I read it. From start to finish.
I mean, it's very similar.
Yeah.
But there are like different parts. Like,
that's good though, because I hate in the beginning when you have to like go back and learn about all the old law, and it just
I will say
confusing.
the Old Testament's very hard to get through.
Yeah, that's what I'm stuck
very
on.
yes. But I'm telling you, especially once you start hitting the New Testament, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, oh my gosh, it's like it just like I don't know, it really takes you in. So that was one. So on Friday, I will have completed reading the Bible for the second time in my life.
Good.
Such an accomplishment. Like that's such an accomplishment. My other high is that I have been doing very good with drinking a lot of water every single day.
Good. I'm not.
And
Very
to some people, that's nothing. To me, that's huge.
Yesterday, this is so embarrassing. I literally was in the shower and
Don't tell me you drink shower water.
no. I was in the shower and I pee in the shower like normal every single day. And Sam like knocked on the door and I was like, yeah, come in, because I was in the shower. And he went in there to get something, I don't know, out of the drawer or whatever. And he was like, did you poop? I said, no. He said, did you fart? I said, no, I just peed in the shower. He goes, oh my gosh. I was like, are you sure that you're smelling pee? He goes, yeah, that's what I'm smelling. He was like, that you're dehydrated. That's so embarrassing. He thought
And
my
I'm telling
poo.
you,
He thought my pee was poo.
Is it really yellow?
Yeah, orange.
Carissa, you have to. Oh my gosh.
No,
You
it's
have to
because I drink
stop.
so much coffee.
No, you have to stop. You have to stop. I'm telling you.
No, I have to start.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to stop not drinking water. Please.
I do drink water. I drink maybe like 3 cups a day.
And you should start every day off. The first thing that you put in your body should be
Before you let anything else.
and
That's
especially
something
room
to me.
temperature water.
Yeah.
Or at least not like.
Oh no.
At least not.
I cannot drink room temperature water. That's illegal.
telling you. No, see, I prefer room temperature water. Is my preference.
Yeah. So,
All right, Lowe's.
So I
I'm
have a
gonna end this on a bad
low.
note.
I only have one low of the week. Like honestly, I had a really good week. But my low is way too long of a story, so I feel like I should tell it in a different podcast.
It's up to you.
I'll try to summarize it, but it won't be as funny if I summarize it.
I'll leave that up to you. I know what it is, so.
I know.
It's like to me, I'm not like, oh, tell a story because
Okay.
I already know it.
I'm just gonna. Alright, I'm gonna summarize it. If you guys want a full in-depth story, then maybe I'll tell it somewhere else. But
I say, are you telling it on your YouTube?
I might. I don't know.
Is it
It's like
good?
it's not that funny. It's just a low. It's just like a oh my gosh, I can't let this happen to me. I'm gonna summarize it. So basically, I was going to the gym. I was by myself, my apartment gym. Went to the gym, and this guy walked in, and this is gonna make me sound so shallow, but like he just got on my nerves from his looks. I don't know why. I know it's so messed up, but like he was wearing this really tight like tank top and had banana peels on it, and it just was like weird. And then he had on slides with no socks. I'm sorry, that will piss anybody off that walks in the gym. Don't do that. That makes me mad. Then he
I just
had
don't
on
understand it.
he had on the headphones with the cords, and he was just pissing me off altogether. And he just got on my nerves.
The nerve.
He comes walking in, staring at me, literally like would not stop looking at me, smiling at me, throwing looks, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not interested. Like I just did not want anything to do with him. So anyways, I go to the cables trying to literally just get away from him. He comes to the cables. I'm not kidding, guys. He takes a deep breath. He goes, takes both the cables, puts it on the highest level, heaviest one, and starts doing the most.
You said Sam doesn't even do
No,
it.
he starts doing the most absurd, like I swear he's jumping in the air because the weights are lifting him. He can't even lift the weights. being so absurd, does a workout that he thinks he does good, was not good. He goes, let's go! So I started giving him.
He said that out loud.
He said, let's go, when he finished it. In his slides, jumping around the banana peel t-shirt, cord headphones. I was so mad. So then I like was rolling my eyes at him, and I was like, I need to get away from him before I be mean, because I'm a nice person, but like, if you piss me off, I'm sassy, and I get so angry, and the littlest things piss me off. So anyways, I'm like, I'm going to the treadmill, because homeboy has on slides with no socks. He's not going to go to the treadmill. Who comes to the treadmill? Who not only comes to the treadmill, but is looking at me the entire time, like.
And I think it's where you messed up. I meant to tell you that the last time you told me. You said that there's like, what, 5 or 6 treadmills, and you went into the middle.
Yeah, because I didn't think he would
Pick an
even
end.
come. I didn't even think he would come.
Pick an end.
So I go into the straight middle. He goes not to the one next to me, but the one right directly next to that. And I'm not kidding, guys. He's staring at me. He wants to have a conversation. Oh, I forgot to mention that he said to me when we were on the cables, hey, do you live here? Obviously I live here. I'm in a freaking apartment complex. Like, gosh, no one just comes here. So anyways, he's staring at me. I lost my cool. I was like telling myself, Carissa, just keep calm, keep calm, keep calm. But I was being, I felt violated, felt harassed. So I looked at him, I said, you're making me uncomfortable. Like, can you stop looking at me? Because he's staring. So then he goes into defense mode. He's rude to me, called me bitch, said he was just trying to make conversation, blah, 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 blah. And I like then felt bad, so I like backed up a little bit. But then he just keeps mumbling stuff to me, and he's being rude. So he's wearing a hat that says IDGAF. I don't
Which
give
means
a.
I don't give a
F-U-C-K.
So I said, I thought you don't IDGAF. I was so mad in the moment I cussed. I said all of it. And he said, I don't know where this came from. I don't know what he was trying to do. I have no idea. But he took his hat, spun it around real fast, very violently, looking at me. I thought he was going to lay a hand on me. I'm not even kidding. Like, he was angry. And he goes,
was he your age? Did you ever say?
yeah, and he wasn't even like weird, like looking at all. He looked completely normal to me. I'm not even kidding. He just looked like a normal, my age douche, honestly. So he turns around and he goes, I said, because his hat said that. So I said, I thought you don't GAF, whatever, blah, blah. And he was like, this isn't my hat, this is my brother's, and he has autism. I didn't even know what to do in that.
Because like, what does that have to do with the situation?
What is it? He was harassing me. He was staring at me.
Right.
So I was getting so frustrated, and like I am such a nice person. I'm so sweet. I'm so caring.
You know, usually.
But
if
I
you
felt
have to say
so
that-
uncomfortable. And why would he say that to me?
Well, but if you have to say I'm such a nice person 3 times in
I just don't want
5
people to
minutes.
freaking be like, oh my gosh, you're a brat. I am a brat, but like not to strangers. I'm a brat to like people I know. Strangers, I'm the sweetest, cutest.
yeah,
person.
you usually are.
But yeah, that was my only low. Sorry it was so long, but
That wasn't
I
bad.
got into an altercation with a crazy man. In the
Have you
gym.
seen him since?
No, I've never seen him before in my life.
Maybe he was just new then.
But I just told Sam the other day, I was like, there's so many crazy, like, last time I went to the gym, there was an older guy there, and he brought his 2 kids, and they were freaking playing like a jungle gym in there. Like, I just, the gym is...
Here's my advice for the gym, and I mean this. I don't care how long you've been going. I don't care if you know that if this part. That to me is not someplace you go pick somebody up.
No,
If
please.
you're looking for somebody to date,
Yeah.
please don't go to the gym.
There's a lot
Just don't.
of exercises that are pretty vulgar. Like
'Cause I didn't even know
hamstring bendovers. And I feel like I can't even do that. Or
Right.
my leg lifts, because there's nasty people in the gym staring.
Well, and I don't want to, if I'm going to the gym, sometimes it's a struggle for me to get there, period.
Yeah.
So when I'm there, I might,
Leave me alone.
yeah, because I might just be a little ticked off that I have to be there anyway. Like, that's not the,
Yeah.
even if I love being there, I still don't want to talk or hold a conversation.
Right.
I just don't. Like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. Especially if I have my earphones in,
Mhm.
leave me. Don't ask me questions. Don't try to make small talk. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Alright, you're low.
I have 2.
Okay.
How many do you have?
That's it.
Okay, so I'll just say both because they kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
My lowest of low was today
Mm-hmm.
when I put this dress on,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked in the mirror because before I put it on, and I was like, "You're gonna look cute." I was like, "Okay." I mean, it's like a casual cute.
I think you do look cute. I don't
Okay.
like shoes, but
Then I went and I looked in the mirror, and my knees.
remember Bridget?
Oh, that's exactly what come back, and I'm like, wow, like
pale. That's the only problem.
Pale is the least of my concerns. My knees.
No, it's just pale.
I have knees that are swallowed
No, you
by
don't.
enormous amounts of fat around my knees. I do. I have, what did she call it? Elephantitis or something? I think that's what she called it. And it's so true. And so I was very disappointed. And then I was like, well, it could be because of your other low that you had this week.
Oh.
I blame Chris and Sam. They bought something months ago
Months ago.
and left it in my refrigerator.
You made the cinnamon rolls. And you ate them all!
Mm-mm.
Cookie
I
dough.
have 2 left.
Oh.
Oh, whatever.
I had 3 cinnamon rolls
In a day?
in 2 days.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
I've had 5.
I had 1 today and 2 yesterday.
I eat 2 at once.
And I told myself, Jen, throw the other 2 away. Destroy them. Put
No,
them down.
microwave them.
That's what I did today. That's what I did today.
You just have to get the stuff out of your house. That's what I've come to the conclusion.
Exactly.
Like, I had a breakdown the other day. Or no, it wasn't a breakdown. It was Bachelor. That's what it was. And I was like, I need something sweet when I watch Bachelor. So I went to the store and I bought cookies and I bought ice cream.
That was the day I had to wash my hair.
Yeah. So I just and cereal, and I was just like, all right, I'm buying this. I'm eating this. I'm gonna continue to work out, and I'm gonna have a sugar cleanse because I need one. But I'm scared I'm gonna break out when I have a sugar cleanse because when I don't have sugar, I get pimples. I know that sounds so weird, but it's my body cleansing itself.
Exactly.
Like,
But that's what you have
I'm
to
like,
go
okay, so
through.
have sugar and no pimples, or no
Okay,
sugar
that's
and
temporary.
pimples. Sounds
Like
like
the no sugar with pimples is a temporary thing for a more permanent outcome.
yeah, but
Sometimes you have to, like, you can't appreciate a rainbow without the rain, right?
yeah, that's true.
Yes.
And we have to keep thinking, like, do you realize how fast summer's about to be here? Because it's Arizona. So March,
exactly.
it's 90 degrees and we're ready to be
Exactly.
out in our bikini. So
Yeah.
we've got pretty much a month
So
to
I need,
kick
like,
into gear. I'm working on my booty. My booty is, it's growing.
how long have those freaking cinnamon rolls been in my refrigerator?
I know.
Matter of fact, I didn't even check the date. They may even be expired for all I know. I'm talking months.
Yeah.
Oh, I get so irritated with myself.
Well, our weekly recap probably took up half the podcast. What time is it?
23.
23.
Well, if we still, real quick, we can talk about our goal for next week.
Our goal for next week. So, well, real quick, we're going to do the goal, but are we going to save this for another podcast and do the game at the end, or would you rather do this and then just not do a game today? What do you
I
think?
say just do that.
Okay, we'll not do a game
This could be our game this week.
today. Okay, yeah. And go ahead. Your goal for the week. You go first.
My goal is to do the gym 5 days.
A week. That's very, very attainable.
I've
Because
been-
you used to
I've
do
been
it
back.
every day.
Now here's the thing. I am walking the dogs probably
Hiking.
3 miles a day.
Wow.
It's just walking though. It's
so that does not matter.
But it's, matter of fact, let me see what today's was.
It does not matter if you're walking, running, whatever.
I can't even see. I have 3.03 miles in with walking the dogs already today. And I still have to take them for their nighttime walk. Because I'm saying it's at least 3 miles a day. But that's just a walk. But I haven't been in the gym every day.
Well, I say instead of saying in the gym, because you don't need to be in the gym.
Right.
I say you say 5 times a week being active, doing an
Right.
activity, hiking. Or,
Something other than just my walk with
Right.
the dogs.
Yeah, that's a good idea. My goal for the week is to get my media kit done. I've been saying this for the past 3 weeks. I keep putting it off.
Yeah.
And it's honestly something, the reason I'm putting it off is because I want to perfect it, and it's just like,
You should probably, a lot of people, because I didn't know what a media kit was until you told me.
it's pretty much, I get like brands that like ask me to do a sponsor video or whatever, and they'll ask my rates. And
On different platforms, like
Yeah.
TikTok.
right, and I have different rates for different platforms or different like things that I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but I have different content for each platform that I post, or like different, what is the word I'm looking for? Qualities, I don't know, whatever. But pretty much it's just like my resume.
Like, I said, like, one will be posting pictures, making a video,
yeah.
X, Y, Z.
It's basically a resume, what I can do, how much I charge, what I offer, blah, 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 blah. But that way, like, I email brands and we'll reach out to them trying to get a sponsorship, not even them reaching out to me, but like, there's been so many times where I've
I
reached
like
out to a
those
brand
the
that
best.
asked for a media
Because those are ones that you truly, genuinely like.
Mm-hmm.
But it is also nice. Like, some people are so offended by people taking on sponsored deals.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's awesome because how many things have you found that you like
Right.
because, and it's not something you would have gone and tried on
My
your own.
tanning, I'm obsessed with. Like,
Exactly.
they reached out to me and I was just like, I hate self-tanners. But I was like, I need to get out of that tanning bed. That's something I'm so proud of. I have not touched a tanning bed in 2020. And I know it's only been a month, but January is my prime time to be in my tanning bed every year.
I usually start feeling it around February.
I have not touched a tanning bed, honestly, all of December, and I did in November. But all of December and all of January, I have not touched a tanning bed. I don't want to. I just want to continue with my self-tan. I'm like,
See, it usually gets me in February. I'm just like, because when I'm talking to Dad, but you know what I think it is? The lights in my house are those LED lights.
yeah, they're so big. They wash you out.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah.
Dad looks more tan than me because he's staying in the RV and it's more like a yellow light. So it's like he has like a tan and I'm like,
Yeah.
hell.
Alright guys, so that was our weekly recap. I wanted, like, we won't probably go that in depth. That was the first time we did it. But I want to just, like, touch on that every week.
Yeah.
Highs, lows, goal for the week.
Maybe even just have one high, one low.
Yeah. Pick
Like
one
or-
to come in.
Or main.
Yeah. All right, so for the remaining of the time, I want to go over this book. Like I said, this is not sponsored in any sort of way, but
What's
Austin, it's called Get Out of Your Own Way by Russ. So Austin, my brother, bought this book, read it in a night. We already told the whole story about how we literally were obsessed with it. So I opened it and I could not put it down. So if
It's
you
a
guys,
very easy read too.
oh yeah,
Very
because it's
easy
like
read.
how Austin explained it is that there's no BS. Like,
Right.
a lot of times books will just fill up with a bunch of words just so that the book has substance to it. This is just every single, like, honestly, I underlined almost everything because everything just hit me
Right.
so hard. I felt this was written for me.
Right.
But if you guys don't know who Russ is, he's an artist, a music artist, and he has a very similar story in a different sense to me because he
Yeah.
started super young. He always was obsessed with music. He would secretly in his room be singing,
He
writing
knew what
beats.
he wanted to do. Yeah.
Right from like a young age, he knew what he wanted to do. And he said that all the time he would be putting out content that he literally was like, I'm obsessed with this. I think this is so good.
Yeah.
And he would get so frustrated. He was like, why is it not blowing up? Long story short, it took him 10 years until he had one thing blow up. And like, luckily for me, I mean, I've had things blow up. I mean, I'm not where I want to be, but for even one thing to be noticed took him 10 years.
Right.
But with him, he just never quit because he's always had a very, very, very strong mentality. And I feel like
And
this...
confidence.
Oh yeah, and confidence. I feel like this relates to like so many people, no matter what your craft is.
Because even like read like the picture.
That's
what it
it.
says.
I'm gonna
It says
read-
It's all in your head, and it's so
So
true.
true.
You are your biggest.
Roadblock.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I
Yeah.
couldn't think of a word.
No, I know what you mean. So I'm gonna quickly go through this and just like mention things that either me, my mom, or my brother highlighted because we all three read it. My dad also. I mean, I don't even know if Dad would have the time to read this, but if I feel like Dad wrote this book too.
Yes.
It just
It's
means
a
so
lot
much.
of what he says.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through this. I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never done something like this before, but we'll just say. So, first thing is whatever that thing is that takes you to a higher level, that connects you to the best possible version of yourself. That helps you live purposefully. That's your passion. And how many times people say, I can't find a passion? That's the perfect way to describe it.
Yes. And here's the thing. Like I was one of those people, and sometimes
You don't know.
if you put it this way, if you don't have a passion, your passion needs to be finding your passion. That's
Yes,
one thing
I
I
love
love.
that.
Like try a gazillion different things. Try something that you like that you're almost certain. Nope, this is
Right.
definitely not going to be a passion. Try it anyway.
Try the thing that
Yes.
people tell you that you shouldn't do.
Right.
This says in here, it takes years, it takes delusion, it takes persistence, and it takes gratitude. So I'm going to really quickly read to you guys what he says delusion, persistence, and gratitude is. So delusion will give you faith when there is absolutely nothing in your present life that indicates that you should believe you should do it. Persistence will provide you with the strength to keep doing it, and gratitude allows you to appreciate what you have and what you already have achieved for your goals, both
Yes.
small and large. Because what you think about, you bring about.
Absolutely.
I just love how he words all
Thousands.
this.
Like, Austin was told he was delusional, thinking he was going to be a Delaware State champion.
Dad was told he's delusional for starting his own business, leaving a
because,
job.
well, and it was, he didn't graduate high school, he didn't have a college degree, there's no way you're going to be successful, well, yada, yada, yada.
Me and you were told we're delusional for thinking that we can be cute and be designer and be luxurious and
yet
have our own.
Here we are.
Okay, so this next part I literally underlined because, like I said in the beginning, I feel like he was talking about me. He said that he was always a kid that like knew what he wanted. He always had this stain of confidence and like cockiness almost. And I, as a little kid, I've always had this. And it says
Boston.
veteran SHIT talker. I am the best SHIT talker.
You see, I wasn't. Like, I wasn't.
Like
I
when you
didn't
have this.
You had a confidence in yourself. Yours was a strange confidence, not an embarrassed. Like,
Yeah.
you had the confidence, but you wasn't confident about telling people about your confidence.
Right. I had it secretly.
Austin, I give him credit. That kid had
But-
confidence and blurted it.
Just since high school though.
Oh yeah.
In his younger
Right.
years, he was a very shy,
Absolutely.
just like wanted
But
to be
high
a
school-
follower.
High
type
school is
person.
usually when you scale back.
Right.
And
He
Austin
went
catapulted,
forward.
yeah. He was just like, no, this is what I want. And people would laugh at him
Uh-huh.
and like make fun of him.
He did not
They'd be
care.
all nice up to him, face to face, but then they were talking about it behind his back, like, this dude, and look what happened.
Right. And it talks about confidence in here too, about how that's one of your biggest things that you need. Another thing is, where you see failure, I see stepping stones. So many people
Yes.
see failure and they're like, I shouldn't be doing this. Russ said when he failed a million times, he put out content after content, nobody was watching it, nothing blew up.
Yeah.
He could have quit and been like, this isn't for me. There's so many times where I was doing YouTube videos for like a straight month. It's a dry period. Right now I'm in a dry period. I could quit anytime because
Absolutely.
I started TikTok and I'm already almost doubled.
No,
over
more
doubled
than doubled.
of my subscribers on TikTok. I could quit YouTube, but I don't because I see the stepping stones. My TikTok can help me grow my YouTube. It can help me
Absolutely.
grow everything else.
And
Just everything.
And again, back to Austin, because these are things that Austin has even told me. Like, he has won and he has learned. Not won and lost.
I love that too.
You either win at something or you learn from something. And same with you. Like, there are things that you've tried that didn't work. And sometimes it doesn't work that time. Doesn't mean it will never work. You just gotta find your way.
Yes. To win, you need to get out of your own way. And I feel like this is talking to you. Like, specifically you. Like, you have all of these, like, dreams and things, and you'll start doing it, but if you see failures, you don't see them as stepping stones. You feel like you should need to pull back. Like, for example, like your business right now that you have going right now, the Jack's Life, you made a mistake in a different type of area in your life, and you feel like you need to pull back from that, but that shouldn't be how you feel. Like, I feel like that should just be something that pushes you further to even succeed more at what you do.
I'll be honest, I'm not afraid of failure when it comes to that. I made that mistake and in bolt spec, right? And that opened bolt spec is my bread and butter. Without bolt spec, I don't get to have the other things in life that I get to have. I just needed to show bolt spec the respect that it deserves, because that is what is my
Right.
life. So it's not, I have not given up on my dream. I'm still going to do my dream. Have I been putting in it what it deserves? Not even close.
But I feel like everybody goes through, besides Dad and Austin,
Right.
by everybody I mean me. I've gone through those phases too where, like, if I can't put all of it in, I don't want to put anything in. I want to just take a break and just build up until I'm ready
And
to
that's
put
that's what I got to stop doing, because I have that mentality. I'm like, well, I'm just going to wait until I have all this time, and then I'm going to really do it.
But you'll never have all that time.
I'm better off doing a little bit at a time
Right.
than doing nothing
Right.
for a time.
So for those of you, because I don't know if people have been asking you, I've been having so many people asking me about my mom's company. We have so much stuff that's already bought, waiting to go up on the site, and we were doing huge launches at once. We're going to start trickling things in smaller amounts instead of huge launches.
And I'll be honest, I have been talking with the marketing people and stuff like that, and they're even telling me sometimes
To do
you
it
can
that
have
way.
too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to go back and re-express the things that I have in there, because sometimes people forget about it or don't.
Right.
Maybe I need to go more in depth and tell them why do I love the book? Why do I have these pieces? What do
Yeah.
I love about them? Like, and bring those back to life, because I don't want to have too much on there, because then it's almost confusing.
Yeah.
And it's overwhelming to people.
Yep.
So like, before I bring new in, I have to get rid of some of the old.
Yes. Okay, so moving on, another thing that Russ says is that defeating your own self-doubt is the biggest obstacle to overcome. So many times people just literally get lost in their own self-doubt and they don't know how to pick up from there. They don't know where to start. They don't know if they should even continue going on with it.
Yeah.
Another thing is, he says, I'm successful because I am confident, not the other way around. So many people
Yes,
want to be
that's
confident so they
huge.
can be successful.
Right. Well, they think once I'm successful, then I'll be confident.
No, you have to
No.
be confident first to be
No,
successful.
exactly.
And I feel like this is like stuff that Austin and Dad has implanted in all of our heads
Yes.
for so long.
That-
And we just read it in this book and I'm like, yes!
that was one of the most profound things that I read from there, though, because so many people are like, well, once I get skinny again, then I'm gonna feel
Be
good about
confident,
myself. Like once
Get skinny!
Right.
And then guess what? You're going to be confident.
once I make X amount of dollars a year, then I'm gonna feel good.
Right.
Stop. Be, and that's back to the gratitude part of it.
Yes.
If you're grateful for what you already have,
Then
you
you'll-
right, and be confident in that. I'm telling you, what you focus on becomes. And if you're focusing on the negatives and the bad things you got going on, you're gonna see more negativity and bad things in your life. It's that
Yep.
simple.
So we are running out of time, but I want to finish this next time. There's literally so much stuff in here, or maybe just like do a little bit
I would
each.
do a little bit more.
Well, I want to skip ahead to this part because it goes off exactly what we're talking about.
Okay.
But I think that it would be cool to do this at the end of it, like just to add some motivation to
There's
it.
so like
There's
just little
so much.
snippets like that. What he said, like about being confident first,
Right.
then you become successful instead of being successful.
Like
and
it's
being
advice I feel
Yes.
and I resonate with, but I just couldn't think of that on my own. So having this book as a guide is
Right.
perfect.
Yeah.
But going off of what we were saying, one of my favorite parts in here is that so many times people want to talk about the things that are going to happen in the future, and that's going to be the
I
success.
love this
Like
part.
one day I'm going to do this and I'm going to be so successful.
great part.
One day I'll have so much money. One day I'll be skinny. One day I'll do this and this.
Instead, you're supposed
he
to
says-
talk about now.
Exactly. He said you have to know that these things are already true, and that's where manifestation comes in. That's
Yes.
where affirmations come in. Write them as I am statements, as their present tense,
Right.
not the future. Because he says people that say I'm going to be successful is their first mistake. When you set your achievement in the future, you are already putting it off. And me and my mom are
Exactly.
the biggest
Oh
procrastinators.
my gosh,
We dream big, but we put it off.
Right.
We expect
And
our
that's
future to be
good.
like that.
It's good to be like that, but we need to stop thinking of it as being in the future.
Right. Picture
No.
it now. Act like it's literally happening now.
And that's pretty much what manifestation, well, the affirmations, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Instead of like, again, I always go back to Austin because he
He is this book.
he is this book in life.
Yeah.
Like he's the life of this book. So instead of him saying, like right now, has he won an NCAA title? No.
No, but
He
does
has
he
not.
tweet it every day? Does he?
Right. Does he want to have an NCAA
Of course,
championship
yeah.
title? Yes. But guess what's written on his mirror on the paper?
I
I
am.
am
Mhm.
an NCAA champion. I am an NCAA champion. Not I will be.
Yeah, and are all the
Right.
odds stacked against him? Is it a really rough road for him to get through?
Absolutely.
Is it like really far fetched for him to even think like that?
It's
Absolutely.
delusional.
It's
right?
delusional, right.
That's part of the thing. That's what I'm saying. This Russ, man, he knows what he's. That's one of the three.
Yeah.
Delusion.
But he goes, the future never comes. It will always remain the future, and you will always remain chasing it and waiting for it. You need to say, I am successful, or I am
Right.
blank, whatever.
I am beautiful. I
Mhm.
am skinny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's another thing. Quit chasing skinny. Chase healthy.
Right.
If you chase healthy, the skinny comes.
Right.
You know, like, also be careful what you're chasing.
Yes, because they talk about that too.
Mhm.
I
I'm
literally
telling
refer to
you,
this
yes.
all the time. We'll get to the next podcast, but the last part says you need to believe so deeply that you are just waiting for the world to catch up and that your dreams already
I
came
love
true.
that, yes.
Like,
So you
just
gotta believe it has
be
happened.
delusional. Let people talk crap. Like, oh, this
Yes.
person really thinks they're gonna do this. Yes, watch
Right.
me.
Yes. And listen, if somebody has the audacity to seriously act like that or talk to you like that or even talk to somebody else about you like that, this goes back to the Gary Vee thing, feel sorry for them.
Right.
Because if they're wasting that precious time of their life that they could be using to better themselves, and instead they're taking that time and energy and focusing on trying to bring you down to the level of where they feel like they're at.
Yes.
And if they would use that energy into making themselves become whatever their dreams
They
are,
could be better
oh
themselves.
my gosh, they like.
And if people are talking, we said this last time in the last podcast, if people are talking bad about you, trust me, their life is nowhere near as good as yours. Because if they have the time to even think about your life, and I think about Dad when I think about that. Dad, like, I'm first to admit, I am guilty of, like, picking people's flaws if I don't like something they're doing. I'm like, well, they should be doing this better. They should be doing this better. I feel like Dad really, unless it's just us and our family, because he's always tough on us. Anybody else, like, he's like, I don't care about them. I don't care what they're doing. I literally don't care. I know what I'm doing and I know where I'm going.
Right.
And that just goes to show, like, if you're successful with your own life, you're not going to be worried about other people's lives. You're not going to worry about hating on them or anything like that.
Well, let me tell you real quick a story about when that changed for Dad. Okay, it was whenever we were in Western PA, where we grew up, out by Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he worked for the other company. And that company offered him a position to where he can go to Eastern Pennsylvania or Delaware, like just out a little bit further out west, and open up his own office. So he did that, and we worked out of the garage. That's where his shop was in a like started in our home, but Dad was going on appointments. Okay. And so many people, especially this will help any kind of salesman out there. This has really helped him tremendously. He would go into these appointments, and his job was to get them to use his service, right? Like, he had to sell himself. This is why you should use me, blah, 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 blah. Well, for one of these appointments, he went in, and he knew who the competition was. Mm-hmm. So he was talking to this guy, and he said, you know, hey, I'll just say Mike. Hey, Mike, I heard that you're using XYZ company, and I'm just telling you, they're terrible. They don't do this, they don't do that. Like, we do this, but they don't.
Yeah.
And he was telling them how bad the competition was.
And that
guy said something to Dad that really stuck with him. And he said, you know, you're coming in here wanting to gain me, like wanting me to use you. By you coming in here and telling me that this company sucks and I can't believe you're using them, essentially you're saying, Mike, you're an idiot because you're stupid. You're using them, and you should be smart, and you should be using me. So you're putting me down. Yeah. He's like, I don't want you to come here and tell me what they're not doing or what they should be doing. He said, I want you to tell me, what are you doing? So it just goes to show, stop focusing on your competition. Your competition should be irrelevant. Yeah. Like you and YouTube. Like you. Not just one of you have to be successful. All of you can be successful. And instead of saying, like, well, you guys shouldn't watch Logan Paul because he does X, Y, and Z. And Alicia, you shouldn't watch her. And Rainey, she does this. And Jacqueline Hill, did you hear about all the things? That's not what people want to hear. They want to hear about Carissa Nicole. Mm-hmm. So you need to, by focusing on yourself, you will grow so much further than if you focus on someone else and try to prey on their weaknesses. Mm-hmm. Is what he was saying about that other company true? Probably. But
it just
people
makes you
don't
look bad. If you see anybody talking about anybody in life and they're talking bad about them, I automatically don't like the person that's saying that.
Right.
I don't even think about the other people that they're talking about.
And I saw something too, just recently, I can't remember where I saw it, but it said, if you dislike somebody, dislike them in privacy. Right. You don't need to get a gang up.
Or just your close people.
Like, right, but I'm saying, what they're saying is, if you dislike someone, that's fine, do it privately. Right. Dislike them on your own. Don't try to, get a group of people
that shows
behind
weakness
you.
and insecurity.
Absolutely.
And I have too much pride for that. Even if I don't like you, I'm pretending to the world. I don't think about it myself or to tell you it's here.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've been to you guys, and it's good.
You need that,
yes. It's good to, but you gotta know who you can trust too.
Yes,
that's the big thing.
Yes, please know who you can trust. But yeah, guys, so this book is literally amazing. Again, no brand deal, but everybody needs to buy this book. It is amazing. It's not changed my life, it's just brought to my life more of what I need to know. So I think that we should maybe take like 2 or 3 more podcasts, go over it and talk about it. And like I even wrote down questions on the tabs that I want us to ask each other. So we can do that.
Dad always says this because it's so true. You've said it like how many times now? What is in this book is the same thing that we've been hearing from Dad. And
But
Austin.
Russ said it.
But that's the thing. And sometimes that does happen. Sometimes you do just need to hear it from somebody else besides the same people that are embedding it in your brain time after time. And like instead of Dad and Austin being offended, like I've been telling you that for years. It's different though when you hear it from somebody else.
Right.
Because they say it in a different way than
That-
what you're used to hearing.
I'm gonna take everything that Austin and Dad and you and Russ tell me, and I'm gonna write my own book. So everyone, look out for it. 2020, Carissa and Nicole. So yeah, guys, that is today's podcast. A very different one for us. We're like
It
so
was.
knowledgeable.
We're just intelligent.
All right, guys, love you so much. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, share, rate, and all the above.
Love you.
And see you guys next time. Bye.
Later.